Shadows on the walls of your skin. I can tell you're lying from the way you're breathing. Shadows on the walls of your sin. Why do I keep trying when I know I can't win? You crystallize, they crystallize me. I'm paralyzed, you crystallize me. You crystallize, they Did I get lost in my own orbit, revolving around the planet that no one else can find? I'm waiting for signals on my screen when the signs that I'm receiving are all delayed in time. Oh, Blood orange morning, we hardly slept. Polished chrome, tinted glass, the way you looked then. We slept with our heads together, we had the same dream. Cityscape and the chipped door piece. Hit the roof of the car, driving through the yellow light. Golden glow reflecting your smile in the night. I'll let your red shotgun as the sun is fading. Oh, we'll get out of here, baby. Out on the lakeside, where we stopped to rest. 1,000 miles from home, but we never felt this close. We'll start a new life in a new kind of light, where the water's never murky and the sky is clear. We slept with our heads together, we had the same dream. New town in the window of a train. Going 85 under a street light. Empty freeway in the middle of the night. I'll let you DJ lean the seat back, even though you get car sick like that. It gets cold when we run. Pray for an early sun. Timeless and patience in the light. We dance together all night. We slept with our heads together. We had the same dream. A new town in the window of a tree. Going 85 under the street lights. Empty freeway in the middle of the night. I'll let you DJ lean the seat back, even though you get car sick like that. in my memory. No more waiting for a sign now. It's time for me to leave. As the world closes on the door of what we came to be, I regret nothing. I can set my mind free. I know you too well. I'm up on the roof and yell. Learned all that I know, and we put on quite a show. And I'd be lying if I said I'm coming back. I just wanna go, I wanna walk away. Never wanted to love you anyway. Guess I should've known, won't pick up the phone. Go on and watch me fade. When you see the lights fading in the night, know that I'm fine alone. I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing. I'll be running, 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 I'll be running for the skyline, sun in my eyes. Skyline, sun in my eyes. Skyline, sun in my eyes. No music, but I'm dancing.
Hello, hello. Get through. Things have been quite scuffed for this playoff game, unfortunately for us here. Been a mess through all sides. We'll get through it.
Get shit-hated! The manager!
Okay, apologize for the technical delays. Back and we're ready to go here. Lots of technical issues going on, but that's fine. Not as bad as it seems as RevengeGG hold on 3-3 against Lexxaro here on this B side take here. 3-3 situation with short still controlled. Slashing Wolf able to get to the water area safely. Should allow him to get a potential flank around them here. Be up to Pap to hold this site for the retake. Pap will be able to find the first with a good headshot here. Flicky will now hold towards the water position. Though it's not safe for him to get the bomb down, they're just anchoring, looking for more exits here. Or entries on this retake. Pap able to find another one, to take him out, and the third as well. Lexxaro to get their 5th round. And a force coming out here for RevengeGG as Lexxaro has a split control take of the water area, setting up for what appears to be another B execute. Here's spam coming through, some good shots, taking Zulu down to just 28 through some wood spam tagging. Counter exec utility thrown out here, hold down the barrels position, and Lexxaro go through with the execute anyways. First shot found on the op. Braza with the second, not with the third before getting traded out, but Pap the only one left alive trying to stick up the plan. which will be denied by Stimpy and RevengeGG with their second round on the board. Appears the money will be taken out for Lexxaro here, but they'll opt in for a force with Deagles. See what their plan is to use these weapons to potentially find these picks. Looks like they'll work around this restroom area to try to find some openings here. Make sure it still looks more of a default. Path will be lurking towards the monster area, making sure CTs burn through their utility. Successfully get them to burn through all their utility quite quickly here, and Shy with the first pick. 5v4 situation for Lexxaro now. Potentially turn this eco into another round win. See how they continue to adjust here. Regan pushes through the smoke and catches one, getting traded out eventually by Zodi. Up to Fraza to hold this restroom's position. Good crosshair lineup to find the first. Keeping it an even situation. Good second as well on the repeat here. Looks for info on 4. Third getting far lower. Pushing through the smoke, Zodi will be able to catch the punish barely, only with 12 points of HP remaining, and Pap still on the other side of the map. With bomb control obtained, Pap may have to be bomb site. However, 30 seconds left on the clock here will be a difficult situation. This time will likely run out. Pap here as he walks under the A-bomb site. Might be able to catch Stimpy off guard, but should be plenty enough time and space for Zulu to run away after Pap gets the first. He connects. She does not. Stimpy will take the re-engagement. Now hiding in the restrooms. All players forced to save. Zulu might run into Pap here. Be important not to mess this up as he went out. Pap left with almost no money going into the 9th round here. Be a full buy for RevengeGG, and Lexxaro stuck with likely a full eco situation here. To move onwards. Here's a P250 rush out towards the fountain area again. Runs the Slashing Wolf using just a Deagle right now, so he might get taken down quite quickly. Be a weak line of defense. Pap able to take the first out with a block, upgrade to the Deagle, and all the players were stacked on this B site. Counter-stracted. It's up to Fraza to delay them here, taking out the planner first. Give enough space for RevengeGG to be able to retake this site and recover, leaving only 2 players left and no space to plant. Pap now left alone, stuck in the restrooms in a 1v3, does have an M4. Able to find the first and connects the second. Pre-fires the wrong angle and Regan will take him out. Revenge with their 4th round, however only a single rifle converted. Good chance for Lexxaro to do some significant money damage, potentially fully break the econ of RevengeGG to build up a couple rounds. Key round for Lexxaro to get here if they want to keep up their lead. As we move onwards. Looks like a default setting up towards a B execute once again will be the choice of Lexxaro. Last one didn't work out for them, but they're more confident in this one. However, Regan with a double early. Just the construction cross is completely left wide open. Regan tagging a third in the leg. Bomb failing to get down to the site. Regan now with a third. Leaving Zodi alone near the pillar. Regan looking for his 4th and will get it. Regan with a massive play to give Revenge an even scoreline. And build up a decent capacity, keep a decent capacity of their rifles. Lexxaro forced to save once again. Likely to surrender the lead as well in just a moment. Default utility. Looks like more of a default play will come out here for Lexxaro with these pistols here. We're baiting out some B utility. Pap's going to split out and help join his teammates. Meanwhile, we have just Sodi lurking in the connector. See, this will be able to allow. Guy able to get a first. Deagle not able to connect to the second as these ops are re-peeking. Rally will find the punish, getting a second on Regan as well. 1v2 situation for Sodi here. There's an opportunity here. But he swings in the open, flashbang blinds him. And Zulu's able to take him out. RevengeGG are able to convert their league. Only 2 rifles converted. Leave some econ damage. Enough money still if they wanted to go for an op. Seems they'll just stick with the rifles and AKs. Actually, op on the ground found. Frezzy will be using. Flicky with the other op for Lexxaro. All other players on AKs. About only a moderate amount of utility on both these teams here. Lexxaro back to their typical default here. Revenge certainly using a lot of their utility early on this B site here. Some spam coming through. Shy finding a good tag on a slashing wolf. Known with this restroom's control. Smoke should stop Lexxaro from being able to go further. Only 1:10 left on the clock here. Rotate as this seems to be more of an A lane, however with no connector control. Could be an easy rotate out for him here. Important for Zulu to call this if found. This first engagement will decide a lot here, and it's found by Rally onto Dreaming Wolf. And they plan to reset with it. Forced to be 2 players to a site here. Looks like they'll be faking an A exec before running to B here. Try to get players to rotate and adjust. Carefully walking through the connector to make sure to not give sound cues until players are rotated. Players now in passive position to B site. The site would be a lot easier to retake here. Rally able to get the first before getting traded out. So he was able to spray a double before Flicky's able to catch him. And it's a 2v2 situation as Frazy takes down Shy. Flicky able to punish one on the rush out. Misses the second shot. However, Pap's able to trade the blows and catch Regan. Lexxaro back with an even 6-6 score. Will eviscerate most of the money from RevengeGG. Could go for a dangerous purchase. Looks like a hero op will be brought up here. Be very important for Frizzit to be able to find a early pick here. Otherwise, could be very easy for Lexxaro to be able to take a site easily. However, first pick's found. It's a weapon on the ground and space given. Important for the T's to throw that away. Once again, looking for the B info. CT's spread around like rats all over the map right now. If only these pistols to try to nibble at the HP of Lexxaro here. To do it. Seems Lexxaro have decided to set up for just a B site execute with their 4 remaining players through Monster here. Only 2 pistols on the site here will be a difficult site to hold here. We'll see what can be done as they contact out. Leave players unprepared. Information's been given. However, all the other players left in the restroom side. Both players quickly wiped through Pap and Shy. Be a 3v4 retake attempt if they wish to go for it with just the op. Be the opper just looking for a pick here. Doesn't seem to find easily, and we'll just go to save this. 2 USB compatriots to help him out. Finds another op on the ground. They may end up with a double op here. So this could be seen as a win in RevengeGG's book to be able to have a second op in the next round without the major economy consequences due to Lexxaro leaving the op. And we'll see if that has any consequences faced for Lexxaro if they're unprepared for the double op setup. Likely aware of the potential that the op could be picked up. But we'll see how it goes here. See who the other opper is on Revenge here and how it's played with. Better purchase. Going for a force here around these double ops. Have extremely weak utilities. So Lexxaro is still confident in their B plays, which appears they're setting up the plan to do once again. Could end up being a nasty situation. B exec rushing out here. Be important for the initial hold to go through. Rally able to tag up the first and find the first frag on a separate player. Regan lurking, able to catch one, tagging up another through the smoke. Sodi able to trade him out and find the second of Stimpy as well as Flicky's able to lurk and find one with the Mac, leaving Freza alone in a 1v2 situation. Bomb planted safe towards the back site wall. Freza mollied off with two players at different angles. Another Molotov, which Freze's rushed through. Sodi will be able to spray him down, and Lexxaro take a guaranteed lead into the next half with 8 rounds on the board. Good economies. They could set up to end this half with a 9-6. Situation is only about 3 to 4K on a couple of players. See how they decide to distribute that money for this final round. Looks like a tactical timeout will be called as RevengeGG does their next plans, figure out how to make sure they get the most out of their money here for this final round. Interesting match so far. Lexxaro leaning very high on these B takes, where most of their successful rounds have been so far. Despite having the double op setup, it definitely faced in favor of Lexxaro. After all, they took the first op out early. Still had a retake disadvantage with an op. So things will not last too much longer here. B may be more of a technical issue here. But we should be back in just a few minutes. Alright, looks like technical issues are solved. RevengeGG have made their purchases here. Only 2 FAMASas and a single M4 here as they try to fight their way through this final round of the first half here. Only 6 rounds on their CT side so far. More opportunity to break it as close as possible. Lexxaro going fast. One player caught blind and unweaponed. No one's cleared the restroom so far, leaving potential lurk. However, Slashing Wolf was taken down. Teammates flashbangs blinding him, unfortunately. And bomb set up in a 5v3 situation. Lexxaro likely to get their 9th round to end the half here. Any miraculous situations, however, goes down to 2 as Shy finds 1. They know both players are toward this bank due to rally flow, clearing the position. Regan Zulu taken out. Lexxaro in the first half up 9-6. Got the first round of the second half immediately starting out for us here, and looks like a contact B play with the connector lurk will be coming out. Lexxaro going aggressive towards the party area, knowing that there's not anyone near there. For passive positions on these B players, so some space given. Flicky able to find the first pick. The roost has been called. There's been space for them to be able to plant this bomb down. Whatever they do with a 4v5. Graffiti control obtained. Zulu with the USP here, pushing through the smoke. Have an angle of surprise here. Sodi will still clear it out and find him, leaving Stimpy alone with just 20 HP. Pap will body him down, and Lexxaro with a very successful retake to get the pistol round in the first fort. Be important to see what RevengeGG do. Looks like some hero AKs and Galeals. You try to force to help try to break this scoreline a bit closer. Be what they attempt to do. If they can fail to convert this, the result will be significantly punishing. Lexxaro will build an even stronger lead going into the further rounds. No contact. Be some standard control through the outside restrooms to be worked on. Flicky here with the only sniper with the scout purchased. Key tags could help these UMP and FAMASas. For a lot of counter utility and smokes, blocking angles of engagement here. RevengeGG going for the contact here, lurking through the water point. Contact in second. First found onto Shy by Regan. They rushed into the site now. Zulu able to find one as his teammates traded out by Zodi. A 3v4 retake situation. Good nade should do some decent damage. Bring Zulu down to 58. Be a 3v4 retake. Only 2 flashbangs and a defuse kit available for Lexxaro. Actually, a smoke as well on Pap, which would be important for being able to successfully defuse the bomb with all these passive positions set up by RevengeGG. Attempt to hold the restrooms. We'll find the first, leaving the launch player remaining. Rally able to find, get taken down by Frezzy. Sodi will able to take out a player, but not enough time to defuse the bomb. RevengeGG get a good 7th round. No players surviving should leave Lexxaro with very little money remaining. likely double eco territory almost. RevengeGG could build up some rounds and even up the score line. Looks like Lexxaro decided to force a couple of deagles and a single MP9. See what plans they have in store for us. Looks like a setup on the inner restrooms, as well as 3 players towards B. Just some standard deagle spam into the water area. And just holding for a push. RevengeGG want to play this what they're treating as an anti-eco correctly right now. Even still, don't want to give any opportunities to these deagles. Every round stolen away can have a big impact on the economy. As we get to the later rounds, that major impact heading towards the end. Stimpy first onto inside restrooms, and Regan here taking initial contact on the site. We'll find the first and the second of Shy and Zodi. Push up aggressively, spam Pap down the fence. Rally now left alone. Not a single player found so far onto RevengeGG. Should allow for some good economy to be built up by them going into these later rounds. Sorrow's hiding in the connector with the MP9. Be smart despite the ability to afford it, just to save their AKs. Hopefully they do so. We have the connector position. Looks like it'll be 9 rounds on the board for RevengeGG after the next, essentially, eco for Lexxaro.
Terrorists win.
See what info Lexxaro can get. To see how they adjust on their next full buy coming up, but should be a pretty standard run through in just a moment. Now we see a familiar Fountain Rush play coming in. Zulu throwing in an initial smoke towards the A area, which we bluffed out, most likely. With players stacked towards this restroom area, this B site's completely free and open for RevengeGG here, and with all the utilities spent, should be calm now. Some bomb site they're on. Allow them all to rotate to go for this retake most likely and get mowed down. They decide to do. Appears Lexxaro are being a bit slow to actually approach, even with the weaker weaponry. Want to try to get any opening they can. Zulu able to find the first on Pap, trying to bait for his teammate. No connect. Hiding under the stairs. Position might be called out. Cleared by Fraza. Just 3 more pistols live here, trying to catch exits out of the site. Sodic failing to find one, and Flicky will be taken down as well. And only Regan going down due to the bomb itself. And RevengeGG almost with an even scoreline now. Only 1 round down against this next full buy of Lexxaro here. Seems to be a bit weaker on utility and a couple of FAMASs in play. Be a heavy detriment against these AKs here. If they set up for good aim duels around a B play, similar to Lexxaro did on their T side, could be difficult for Revenge to be able to contest with FAMAS. Pretty standard. They play all 5 players. Connector left open by all players so far. Just extremely passive positions. One towards both sites. Flicky looking for long info here. As RevengeGG start their push through this sword shy. Just getting past the picnic area. Outside restrooms, which has been smoked off. Smoke unblooming. Fraza is just lurking behind it here. Unable to connect the first on the Shy. Be used to get traded out and start rushing towards the site. Still 2 players on the bomb site to contest against. Flicky only able to get 1 on the trade here. And Zodi with 2. Leaving Slashy Wolf alone in a 3v1 situation here. Pap goes aggressive. Take out the last player. Lexxaro maintain their lead, up 11-9 for almost 7K on a couple of players here on RevengeGG. Be a lot of money to burn through here. Require another round or two if Lexxaro wants to truly destroy their economy. Be important to keep it up, or RevengeGG will bring it back to even quite quickly here. Or what looks like a quick setup of some initial A plays. Similar smokes thrown. Good early counter utility denying what could have been a fake rush from Revenge here. Actually, the second set of execute utility coming out here. They plan to execute through short right now. Rushing on the site. Sodi able to get one before Paps traded out. Rally able to find two anchors from launch position. Sodi getting another one from Pillar as well. Leaving Fraze alone. Lexxaro with looks like their 12th. Bomb not picked up. Left in the short area. Fraze left just lurking towards the water late with his AK. Will attempt to contact. Try to find the first opening. Will get caught by Zodi here, depending on the timing. Being careful with their angles of peeking out. Frez is able to pick up the bomb. Appears to quickly go to try to rotate towards this A site here. Only one player currently rotating towards this A site, but still towards the back of it. Could give enough space here for Frezzy to get a pick and the bomb down. Rotation might have been heard and called out for. Enough room's been given. Frezzy's able to get the plant successfully as they just play this for a retake situation. Challenging is still a 1v4, likely get taken out momentarily. For Frezzy's found the first, just 2 HP remaining. Just some space. Flashbang doesn't connect, but those shots were from Zodi. And Lexxaro with their 12th, but not before giving money to help give more nades and weapons for RevengeGG on this next round. See, the bonus bomb money's allowed a full set of not just the AKs, but full utility for most of the players on RevengeGG due to that important bomb plant here. See if it ends up facing any consequences or if Lexxaro keeps up their streak here. Now with 3 AKs on their side of the board. No ups picked up on either side. Finding no info towards water. Throwing his nade and giving up the position. As he appears to unfortunately miss his Molotov to molly behind the inner restroom door. Just be anchor. Enough utility. Bait it out. However, plenty of utility still left on Lexxaro here. Could still counter an actual take here. RevengeGG burning through their utility far faster here. Seem could leave a difficult situation here as they plan to attack onto this A bomb site. 4 players are stacked around for this execute. Only 2 smokes being thrown as the third one's on the B player. See what they can do with it. Counter utility immediately thrown out by Lexxaro. Stimpy finding some contact. Trying to bait some players from remaining loyal and actually get a player to rotate off the bomb site. Stimpy able to get one before getting traded out. Leaves the site significantly weaker. Flicky's able to find one, lead one tap, spraying, finding the second as well on the engagement. Only 3 points of HP remaining. However, in favor with this 4v3 situation. 3 players holding them at every angle. Flicky now with his third. Able to spray Freezy as his teammate gets sprayed. Leaving Slash, he was slashing Wolf left alone. Attempt to save this AK. Running away, and Lexxaro now up 13-9 on their first map pick. Be an important decider around here. It's RevengeGG for what is a pretty weak force buy, at least 2 rifles and a little bit of utility. They set up a good pop flash with contact. It could turn into something here. Otherwise, it would be a very difficult situation here. With that, if the economy is shredded, Lexxaro be against an eco pistols round with 14 on the board. Situation starting to look real grim for RevengeGG here. See what they can do. Minute 20 left on the clock here. Single Galil and AK. A lot of time being spent. Try to burn out some utility. However, they set in contact through the water area. Lots of damage and one already taken down. Stimpy stuck with just 11 HP and 4 players stacked on this B site. More lethal utility being used. Stack being seen. One naded out. While Stimpy still has just 11 HP. Challenging situation here. Another player's now taken down. Pap will spray down the final 2. Zaro look to be in a good situation to successfully convert their map pick. RevengeGG in a decent situation considering their attempts to be playing with their stand-in, I believe, of their manager for one of their players currently. Doing a decent job to keep contended. However, this first map likely be under wrap. Lost bonus benefited them a couple of AKs, despite little money going into the round. However, still not much utility to counteract. However, good opening with the timing of the smoke bloom. Allows Flicky to get taken down early. Shy left here in an important anchor here. No flashbang to blind him. We'll get the first. Tags down the second with the off. Molly's off this long position, leaving one player to burn and get caught off before Zulu gets the trade. Sodi anchoring towards the truck as the teammates rotate. Sketchy situation, but it appears to be recovered by Lexxaro. Stimpy left as the last one as he was lurking towards the B area. Have to try to retake this against all 3 of the Lexxaro players. Failed to find the first. Pap aggressively wide swings to take him down. And Lexxaro with map point for the first map. Only 3,400. 3 of the players. 2 players should be able to get an appropriate full armor and AK if they decide to do so. Otherwise, there'll be some significantly weaker purchases on the field. Was able to get some utility stacked up and have a teammate toss one of the AKs. Tactical time out. Appears a player might be reconnecting real quick. Appears stand-in will be able to be replaced by their actual 5th Shubi. He's returned and can get swapped back in. Just at the last moment. Little time left to spare and no rounds either. Lexxaro 1 away from taking their map pick away. Be important with what's left remaining here on RevengeGG to take away this round if they want to start rebuilding. Be some technical issues. I'll see what's going on. Moment. Might be that he's not allowed to sub in yet on this map. However, we'll see what's going on. But RevengeGG stuck with just 4 players, I believe. Going to this potentially final round here. Flicky going for the first engagement, being blinded off the op angle. Failing to find a first pick from Fountain. Zulu quickly rushes through the connector here. Looks like a fast play towards this restrooms area. So they push towards the outside. Space given here. The op rifle crossfire is set up here. Trades coming out all over, leaving Zulu now just left alone. Against 4 players, we'll always start creeping from behind here, but looks like Lexxaro will be taking the first map in just a moment. Sure, exactly what happened there. Apologies for a little bit of the mess that's happened around in this first map. See you guys just in a moment as we go to the second.
I'm off the shit with my
heard that you're better now. Hiding out in a seaside town. Always knew what I wanted reflected back to me. A life like mine kept me wondering if you're coming back. And I miss you in the winter with the windows down, a dazzling fire and a tarnished crown. Are you coming back? 'Cause holding on to you is like holding on to smoke. You're drifting through my fingers every time I think I'm getting close, and I go. You know it all. How you wrapped around my mind. You let me fall. 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 Walls I built all tumble down, barriers of a heart I found, and I want it back. I let you in, kept you company, gave until I couldn't breathe. Do you remember that? 'Cause holding on to you is like holding on to smoke. You're drifting through my fingers every time I think I'm getting close, and I fall. You know it all. How I gave you what I had, I gave it all. But you let me fall. You let me fall. You let me fall. You let me fall. 'Cause holding on to you is like holding on to smoke. You're drifting through my fingers every time I think I'm getting close, and I call. You know it all. How you wrapped around in my mind. You let me fall. 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 You let me fall.
From the moment you were born, you always had it all. And I guess someone dropped the ball, 'cause look where you have gone. You had everything, fucking everything. You don't know. You had everything, threw it all away. You don't know. You got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on, hold on. You've got everything that you need, everything that you need. Hold on,
Appear that we are prepared and ready to go. With Lexxaro starting on the CT pick. CT side of RevengeGG's pick of Nuke here. T side, especially this pistol round, will certainly be very important going forward. Be interesting to see how RevengeGG's set up to go. Looks like they plan to contact into the A bomb site. They just, little information, rush out given. Good smoke to block off many as they maintain to hold heaven. And bomb down. Clean 5v5 situation here. RevengeGG attempt to hold on. Good counter smoke for the retake into the squeaky door. Failed to be able to successfully boost into the Heaven railing. Heaven allows for this retake to flume in as 3 other players go through the mini side, leaving Shuby and Regan the remaining 2. They got taken down by Zodi and Rally. Flicky get the defuse and Lexxaro start with the pistol round in their favor. See if they have any plans. Looks like I got some plans with these AKs. See how they decide to use them for the second round. Flicky instantly with the scout purchase. Go towards outside position. All players towards the back radio area. Nade could do some early damage here, landing directly on his Zulu and Stompy. Bringing them both down to around half HP. 79's Famasses will shred through them a lot more easily now here. Go onwards. Fraze takes the first contact here. Brings Shy down to 4. No elimination. Single tag found as Flicky gets tagged himself in the process. Close off angle here. Gonna find first and a second before getting taken down by Regan's pre-fire. Site control obtained by RevengeGG. Might be difficult to hold on to it for the retake. All this tagged HP. However, Frizzy is able to find the first here, leaving Flicky with 30 HP. The 2 teammates all retaking around the back of this B site. Scout left off towards this vent, failing to connect. Be able to get traded by his teammate Pap, however. In a 1v2 situation now for Pap as Regan and Zulu towards the control area. Low HP, and Regan's able to find the clutch. Getting 3 in the round for RevengeGG. Counteract and keep the score even. Take away the second round. Lexxaro will decide to force themselves. Be a lot weaker with just these deagles here, but we can see what they do with it. Then GG will start up, getting some outside control. Taking out the garage area, but leaving the cross open for engagements. Try to get some information on some Lexxaro players, most likely. Plan to drop down into mini here. Inspecting the open space. Go for outside contact, playing around these mini and garage areas. You'll find information on Flicky, almost taking him out. Full outside control towards CT now gained by RevengeGG. Zulu making sure the back of A's maintained under their control. Rally now taken down to just 24. Shuby gets the first contact, taking 2 out from the A-bomb site. Flicky's also eliminated. Shuby clearing and taking out the mini player as well, leaving Shy alone with just his Deagle half armor. And likely a second round going to RevengeGG. This bomb ticks down. Shy likely looking for a gun to pick off. From picking off a player, however Regan will find him to have him first, take him out. Regan with double, Shuby with a triple. And 2 for RevengeGG going into this third, or fourth round rather. Be likely RevengeGG's third win. Round 1. Since just USPs and $2,000 left on these Lexxaro players. Due to the force here. Important to see how this is done. Looks like a quick A rush out as all the players are stacked outside. Player dropping down the vent. Regan and Freze holding towards the silo. Lots of utility thrown. Nade will find 1. Shy's able to finish off Freze from the earlier tagging of his teammates with the USPs. Regan being the one with the bomb. Surrender, and with B control and decent information obtained. CT's heard behind him. just contact and walk towards the B area here. So to be able to find an AK to save though could cause some consequences and chaos going into the next round. Be the first full buy for Lexxaro. Shubi will hold for vent drop. Same towards T. RevengeGG being very safe for any lurking players. To these two USPs to get any info or do anything that they can. Sodi lurks around the T area. Be able to end up getting a smoke burnt by Zulu here. Little fringe of economy. Could have some benefits in the future. So overall, this round's been done and sealed. Both teams take some time. Goes through. Still 2 Galils on the Revenge players. If they keep those or decide to upgrade going to the next round. It should be the first full buy coming out for Lexxaro here. However, they chose to be pretty heavy on their utility. Or rather on their money due to the force, so they're going to be weaker on utility and or weapons. How they decide to prioritize things. A lot of dangerous spots, be difficult to get multiple players, a couple of losses to play. Pap will be the key solo anchor towards A here. It's like it'll be a stack towards this upper area with just a single player towards mini. And one towards the ramp. Flicky getting info's wall of smokes thrown out. See how it's adjusted. Should be able to find an opening and get to the vent. Be able to catch a rotating player. Shy's left alone, so they'll be able to catch another lurk, leaving another Lexxaro player off guard. Rounds likely already sealed, especially with Zulu finding another kill. 2 players being sprayed through the smoke and ramp room by Shubi. RevengeGG now up 4-1 on their T side with their map pick. Good start coming forth. Lexxaro should be able to eco here, grab a couple of deagles. P250 or 2. See what they can do with it in the process. Here's a familiar play of just going out A here. Door being made for info. Regan holding an off angle. In the rafter. The back area. We'll see how it's maintained. A lot more patience given by RevengeGG. Despite the first pistol being taken out, they want some space to make sure they don't give any pickoffs like Shy might get just right now. Connecting the first, not able to find a second with the deagle so far. Ramp control now given up. So they decide their next move. Looks like they'll lean towards this B site. Be up to Shy to find some more heads. 2 players already rotated towards this B site. Shy unfortunately looking the wrong direction for him. So he'll fail to connect any more shots. We're getting smoked off of the angle. And a lurk player coming from outside will be able to catch some other players off guard. So they split into the B bomb site and have a 5th round now on the board. Seventh round on the board here. RevengeGG do a bunch of executing. Fortunately, one of the Molotovs missing, hitting the door frame. It's like they'll counteract that by adjusting to quickly try to get some outside control. That'll be the first point of engagement. Almost take down Shubi. Looks like he might get mollied out in just a second. Surrounded in this ramp area. Bullets aren't connecting through the smoke here. Rowley's able to find 2. Left now with just the USB. get a little bit of damage into Stempy before getting taken out. And they turn this into a mini squeaky split onto this A bomb site here. Quickly adjusting, the hut still maintained in control by these CTs here. Heaven Smoke thrown, Stempy and Zulu left in a 1v2 situation on this A site silo. Stempy goes to plant the bomb. 2v3 retake situation now. Smoked off Molly. Fortunately, landing into another smoke around the site for the T's to play around. Blocking the position of Flicky. However, Zulu's now left alone. Initial pick. Op shot missing, giving the space for Zulu to 1v1 against Shy here. Shy will be able to take him out and have time to get the defuse and clutch the second round now for Lexxaro. Money may still be in a rough state, or with the op falling down from heaven, be fortunate enough for Flicky to be able to try to find some more picks. Extremely good job by Rally there. Finding two outside early. Put RevengeGG into an awkward position that they almost got out of. For money's still weak on Lexxaro with only one player surviving. Just 2 Colossus and MP9. Trade won't exactly connect, and Zulu will get one before getting taken out. Failing to escape through the drop hatch he attempted. Frazzy will look for some outside contact with the op. Be able to find Rowley, this time looking the wrong way. As he walks for the contact, pre-scoped in. Players are leaning towards this lower site. Fortunately, however, the one rotating through the vents caught out, leaving Shy left alone in this lower site here. All players split. Stempy and the bomb will rotate through the vent here. Shy is able to find the first. Has to hold this essentially 1v3. Players will quickly be splitting on both ends. However, space being given, Shy's able to get the first without any counteraction. Perhaps able to get the third here, taking out Shuby, making this 2v4 a 1v2 for the other side now. In favor of Lexxaro. Left split, trying to find Pap here. Will do so, left with just 17 HP and the room to be able to rotate, throwing mollies behind him. 1v1 situation. Drop and another molly. Be able to deny Shy from pushing up here just yet. Be aware of it. Holding from the ladder, just one of these falling inaccuracy shots could be enough. However, Shy might be caught looking the wrong way. Frezza takes him down. Good clutch to get out of that situation. Taking the bomb back up through the vent. That space obtained, RevengeGG now have a 6th round on the board. And Lexxaro stuck on an eco once again. Only 2 rounds on the CT side of Nuke so far. Could leave a troubling circumstance here. Shuby goes for the quick rush towards Silo here. Good timing going out. Might be able to catch some of these pistols off guard. Shuby finds the first. Side control obtained. However, this back control room's been lost, so he's able to take Zulu out. As this happens, underground rush from outside. Once able to get bodied by Shy before getting taken out, Stimpy able to transfer onto Flicky as well, leaving it to a 2v3 situation here. Sodi with just 47 points of HP, however, has the AK. RevengeGG choose on their options here. With Pap able to hold the ramp room. Window room control. This is where both the remaining RevengeGG players are. Zaro players low on HP, but both with AKs. Good timing found between the crossfires. Reagan barely gets off the last shot off first to get the double and clutch Revenge once again into a 7th round. Here's Revenge look like to be in a good situation here. Flicky able to get the first pick. Maybe to start working towards a comeback for these rounds here. See what can go on here. Continue. Shuby's able to find a pick. Sodi hops on top of the Xylo. Stumpy also finding Zai. Rowley will trade him out. Find some spam. Pop trying to anchor the bomb site here. Leaving Shuby and Regan in a 1v2. Only 115 points of HP combined between the two of them here. Challenging situation. It'll be important for Regan to take the contact here. With a good spray. Shuby's able to find one. Regan a second. Now Flicky's left alone with this op in a 1v2 retake. Bomb bait is going out. And Shuby will be able to trade out his teammate as Flicky peeks out. And Revenge have a half lead, and there's still 5 rounds left in the half. Guaranteed half win. Can still build an even larger gap if they wish. Lexxaro seem to be struggling on the CT side. Streak Loss able to afford an MP9 with a couple of deagles now. A little bit of utility as well. Seems to be an unfavorable situation here. Lots of smokes thrown out early. Shy rotating towards lower to look for any potential lurk players from outside. Able to catch Zulu with a clean 1D. That'll be lower control reobtained for Lexxaro here. Up to just these upper players. Go through control room to ramp or to just go out onto the A site. See what's gone for here. Besides the one contact on Shy lurking in the vent, all players are holding towards this A site area. Quietly walk towards outside. Confident no ops in play at least. Get info that there's likely not any scouts either with no garage contact. Be just up to these deagles anchoring this A site most likely as they creep out. There's controls obtained, but they'll start going through many. Stimpy able to get one. Taken down, traded by Rogan. Regan's able to recover the spray. Finding Sodi at the end of it. However, Flicky's able to get just in time with the deagle. Shy getting shoved back down the vent due to a Molotov, leaving Freze in a 1v2. Able to swap to a teammate's AK. Looks to be a good situation here for Lexxaro to potentially find a third. However, an opening's been found. No time left remaining. Both players aware of his position. Has to stick the bomb plant here. Fail to get the bomb plant or the round. Lexxaro now with their third round. At least dies before time, possibly. Sure, but only 1,500 left on him. Be enough to at least get armor and a weapon dropped for him. Cover. As we continue here, Revenge up 8-3. 4 rounds still remain in this first half of our second map. Frizzy with the first pick just running wide outside. On to Flicky. Looking for 4, just running through heaven, finding a second on his Zodi. No utility needed, just going into and just getting the site. Zulu able to trade out onto Pap. And Stimpy lurking from behind onto heaven. Catch the rotating player as Shy, trying to escape. Leaving Rowley left alone outside. Tees appear to be trying to hunt him down as well. Shuby will be able to take him out. Just a fast raw rush through outside. And RevengeGG have a 9th, Lexxaro failing to contest. Sousing situations, timeout be called by the teams. Likely by Lexxaro's, they only have 3 rounds left if they want to recover with a 6-9. Next round will be very important, even with the lack of money Only 2 players able to full buy here in the situation. Every dollar will count if they want to bring this towards more even, leave themselves at least in a comeback situation on the T side of the second map. We'll see what they decide to go for here, or even potentially a save if they want to go for a 10-5. Just go for a streak of 2 rounds at the end. Decision to go for. Piers looks like half buy. Make sure that they have an effective full buy that they can try to play with for 2 rounds. Just give himself a small chance with this weaker eco. Seen these Deagles unleash some devastation already, and we'll see what they can do with it. RevengeGG have certainly stolen a lot of rounds away with these important clutches. Be good to see if Lexxaro can take one away to give themselves a better chance and potentially steal some away on their T side as we go further along. Looks like might be more technical pauses. Figure out what's wrong. Hopefully return back in a moment. Appears they've thankfully resolved the issue, just as I gave myself a moment. Means we can keep the action back and going live. Round 13, only 3 rounds remain, and RevengeGG showing a lot more confidence on their map pick, especially with their star player Shubi returning. A lot of aggression towards this control room, able to find at least one. Shy, Pap the only one remaining. Spam as 3 players spray through the hut to find this last remaining player. RevengeGG with their 10th. So we quickly go further. Potential last full buy for this first half for Lexxaro against RevengeGG here. They're going to want these last 2 rounds to give themselves the best chance possible of recovery going into the second half. See what can be done. There's some early spam coming out. Be able to connect, and Zodi able to find the first opening onto Zulu. And Fraze will just run out in similar fashion to earlier. Able to find a double before getting traded out by Rowley. Situation turned into 3-on-3 situation now, just due to the rebellious behavior. Unexpected rush out. Shubi finds a good timing to catch Rowley off guard. Space, just Heaven and a player rotating behind through radio. And A-Site given up. RevengeGG in a 3v2 situation in favor. For this retake, nade will land directly onto Shy. Now up to just half HP. However, Stempy left alone, exposed with his back. Should be able to take him out and leave it on a more even foot here. We'll see what they can do. Shy able to find a second now despite the low HP. Up angle, be able to catch one. Up shot missing for the trade. Pistol will fail to connect either, and Regan is able to spray down them both to obtain another clutch. RevengeGG up 11-3. Some M4s and FAMASas coming out. Will be a very weak situation in comparison to the previous round. Better than what they've had a lot of the time. But looks like we could have a 12-3 in our hands. RevengeGG able to take their map in dominant fashion. Lexxaro have just as many answers on their T side here. Ooh, Flicky able to find the tag, reading Stempy out. Stempy will keep up the pace, taking the first engagement, allow himself to get traded for a full HP player by Shubi. Zulu goes for some solo contact on the A side, find one for Rally trade from behind. However, B-Site's almost given up here. Shuby lands a clean flick onto Shy here. Freaking sticks the bomb with an open plant. Gets tagged by the scout twice, taken out. Leaving a 2v2 situation. Flicky with just the scout, though. Leaves it more difficult. Shuby will be able to finish him off. Just one bullet remaining. Won't be enough to finish against Rowley. He tries to run away with his knife out. Rowley's able to clutch last round going for a BM spray, despite being down 4-11 as we will go to our second half here. Good chance to at least get a fourth round on the board, but looks like we might be going to a third map unless Lexxaro can find some very strong answers on their T side against Revenge. Go, Lexxaro now with their first round on the T side here. See what they decide to do. Single smoke and flashbang on Flicky. Applies a kit and nade on Shuby. Give good retake opportunities in case it's needed. Looks like outside control's been obtained as these blocks rush out. Trying to get contact into Stempy. Brought down to 58, no gushes yet connecting. So he's able to lurk out. 3 CTs now trying to take towards this area. Stempy with 2. Teammate Fressy will be able to save him in the process. Regan gets another one, leaving Shy alone. As all the Revenge players hunt them down. Confidence appearing to be a lot brighter for Revenge after the first map. Having one of their players back. Or having their missing player return, rather. And Revenge just 4 rounds away from making this a 1-1 scoreline. Bring us to a decider. Looks even more likely as it's up to Zulu to hold against the rush here. Actually only able to find 1 at the end of this here. Leaving an MP9 handover to Pap here. Frizza tries to anchor towards the B site, gets info of them on the bomb site. Flicky will be able to crossfire with his teammate. Flicky now with an M4 in his hands. Stimpy and Regan find one with the MP9 each. Pap now trading out. Left alone in a 1v2 against these MP9s. Bomb defuse being stuck by Stimpy with the kit to be able to obtain the clutch. Though at a significant economy damage to RevengeGG here. That said, situation still in their favor. The op and play of Frezzy should be able to compensate for some of these weaker weapons here. As well as Lexxaro having a significant 9-round deficit. Fortunate for Lexxaro, they need a lot more from this. You keep the attitude, and Frezzy going aggressive. Able to find the bomb as well as the initial pick on control room. Still going more aggressive. Stempy playing with him to find 1. Before Rowley trades him out. Shy left alone, rotating from outside onto the rafter. Flicky now left alone. RevengeGG looking to take this round back. Despite the weaker weapons, confidence far stronger here. Flicky's taken out by the nade in a couple of rounds from an M4. RevengeGG a round away from match point. Lexxaro only with 4 rounds on the CT side, or 3 rounds on their 4 rounds on their T side, I believe. Their CT side going into their T side. Getting mixed up from the chaos. Assume which team's dominant. Frezzy with a good free fire early in a lineup to get a second with his teammate Stempy. Zulu pushing quickly from behind the ramp to take out Zodi, leaving Flicky alone with 15 points, taken out by Shuby. And the second map looking done and dusted. Looks like we'll be seeing Inferno as the third decider map just shortly. Appears to be a very unfavorable situation. Lexxaro left with just a couple Gleals, AK, and a Deagle. Decent utility at least. But against four full AKs on RevengeGG's side, difficult to contend against, especially with their aim and confidence on point right now. Not able to find a timing, even though sound cue gives him away. It's enough time to be able to catch Shuby. Quick anti-rush utility, beat up to Frazzy to hold down against these players here. Anchoring towards it, fails to find one. 5v3 situation in favor of Lexxaro here. Actually get some more rounds and keep this map going. We'll see. Zulu getting one before Sodi trades him out. It's like an open bomb plant. Actually try to plant safe. Only exposed towards the single squeaky door, towards Decon. 4v2 after plant. Lexxaro in favor to make this game go a little bit longer. See what Reagan and Stimpy can do. Looks like they're holding for exits at this ramp. Simply just go for more economy damage and put themselves in the best situation possible to go for the third map. Be able to pick up an AK from his comrade before leaving. Shy left with just the Deagle. Look, he should be able to leave from the bomb. Sodi, the main player, with low HP. He'll be just fine. 5 rifles saved going to this next round. Potential final. Still 10 more match points for Lexxaro if they want to turn this into an overtime match. If they want to somehow try to close this in 2. It's very unlikely for them, however. We'll see what they do as they seem to plan another timeout. Chance on the board. Team's able to figure out what to do to achieve their objectives. Damage to their ego here. Lexxaro can find more rounds. Could help them out on this decider. RevengeGG just need to maintain some confidence and get this final round to bring us to the third. See, it's handled as Frazzo will play towards this A site in quite passive position this time in contrast. Players playing around control room, leave one towards the silo. There's players huddled up to exec out A, it looks like here. Very risky move, and it'll be up to these players anchoring on the site here. Good counter utility here. Stimpy failing to find the first. Regan will be able to trade him out, however. Couple of more trades. Regan and Frazzy able to find one. Pop and Zulu and Sodi finds one. And it ends with RevengeGG able to hold and get their 16th round. Both teams now 1-1 on the scoreboard. Be going to a decider of Inferno. See you guys in just a bit. welcome back. We're here with our third map of Inferno. Site's technically displayed a little bit wrong at the moment. Actually, never mind. It's fine. Lexxaro did win the knife round here, so they get to choose their side for this decider here. Go to our third map and our best of 3 here. Have Lexxaro starting on at the CT side against RevengeGG. Important decider, first round will go underway just shortly in a second. 2 smokes, a ZZ, and a defuse kit picked up by Lexxaro on 2 of their players. Interesting choices here. See a mostly just full Glock rush towards the apartments. They decide to go through mid. It's a stack here with 2 towards this arch side. They don't clear the smart player, could catch by surprise. Able to catch 3 on this arch setup initially. However, some trades found up by Regan and Friza bring it to a 2v1 situation as Regan finds another.
God, these guys are shit.
Leaving Sodi in a 1v2 situation here. And Regan will peek out and land a clean 1-tap to get a 4th kill and the pistol for RevengeGG. Cranked up and a good start so far. See if that gets kept up. So Lexxaro once again go for a forced purchase of Deagles with a single scout. First scout shot will fail to connect here. Taking a single AK shot for his risk and woes. Not much utility contest, so Banana's already been taken by RevengeGG. Up to Zodi here to take an initial engagement here. And we'll lose it to Freza as he pushes out onto the site. Get the second entry. Site lost. RevengeGG set up to take their second round. Freza gets greedy and goes for more here. Bit dangerous against the scout. Potentially the Deagles as well. We'll be able to take out the scout cleanly. Shine Rowley attempt to save the remaining 2 Deagles going into the third, but a clean counter to force buy.
Guys?
I guess not.
See what they decide to do.
Sounds fucking shit.
My future. Claim mortgage.
What's going on here as we continue? Rowley was able to find a Galil laying around. See what he can do with it as they're still stuck in essentially this eco round, really. A couple more Deagles purchased up, but the little to contest again. The MAC-10 AK is able to find one together. 1 each. Frazo pushed towards the arch with free fire. QB with another AK just in case to trade him out. A lot of these weapons cleared out, leaving Rowley alone with just this Galil. People surrounding him at every position. It's fortunate, good timing to be found. Probably Regan's holding the gap in case he was there. Rowley's taken out as well. RevengeGG with a very clean start to their 3-0 lead here on Inferno. See what answers Lexxaro have. Full sets of utility, a couple of kits, and all M4s on the board. See how they adjust against what RevengeGG decided to do for their initial full buy round. Seems to play passive on this B site here, giving up banana control immediately. Already starting to use utility to stop them from forcing out. RevengeGG just throwing some utility and just going for the rush through. Mac-10 taken down, however Zulu's able to trade him out with the AK. Sodi's stuck playing around the smoke here, able to catch the bomb carrier. Bomb now stuck towards the back of the site, forcing players to push into the position of Zodi, allowing him to get a double as Shy comes from behind, rotating from A through mid. And Lexxaro with their first round on the board. Only one player going down, bunch of AKs picked up. Good situation for Lexxaro to build some rounds. Potentially take the lead. Despite the previous round going quite successfully, they'll try to contest Banana a little bit more, but some apps control being fought for as well by RevengeGG. Waiting for some smokes to leave. Just in case this player half wall. Get these players back. Nade or what's left to shoot. Just 8 points of HP. Off angle allows Shy on the boosted window. Able to catch a surprise kill, leaving Revenge effectively in a 3v5 situation now. And still smokes to spare. Space given. Just two players left on this B bomb site. They could set up for some quad boost here. Shy able to lurk through this position once again, as he did on the pistol to get a pick. Shuby looks for contact, potentially try to keep some players on this B site. Should go for it. Third player now rotating for Lexxaro. Be smoked off from the engagement. However, good flashbang from his teammate. Able to leave it to a 2v4 situation. There's a large gap in the smoke, allowing Shy to get a double, close the round. Sodi takes the shots, surviving in the process as well. Good economy starting to get built up for Lexxaro here. As money taken away from RevengeGG. Tough money situation. Likely just a couple of pistols to be brought out here. Save for the next full buy. Just doing a little team stab, a little swipe. Frazo will look for an opportunity. Deagle. Cross shot. Being extremely aggressive towards Banana with these Glocks here. Try to set up a pop flash to run through. Counter pop flash baited out. Run through the smoke. First one found. Other two will run away to reset the situation after all the utility spent. See what else they can do as we keep going onwards. Looks like they could do a split towards A. Here's what they're going to try to do with these remaining pistols. Lying on the waterfall. Passive player towards Arch. Flicky will be important here. Things could end up chaotic. Flicky cleanly taking down first player, leaving Zulu to rotate through the apartments to join his teammates. And with the rush coming through, Rowley's able to take the first and the second, leaving Zulu alone with the bomb, just as Deagle. Need to run out in just a second and try to take one with him if he can. Be able to do so and find one before Flicky would trade out. And Lexxaro now with an even scoreboard. However, keeping 4 players alive, lots of money built up here. They could keep up for a couple of rounds here, even if Revenge find a round or two. Be important for Revenge at the least to get some economy damage, or the situation could turn over its head quite quickly. In favor of Lexxaro, depending on how they handle this. Early nades won't really connect onto anyone, just a little bit of harassment damage on a Zulu. Might be enough in a close range for the M4. Plenty of utility still being burnt to take Banana by RevengeGG. Stronger utility situation for Lexxaro, despite not having to fight too much for Banana. Even though all the map controls obtained, lots of counter utility can be thrown out here by Lexxaro to contest. Good couple nades baited a handful of utility. Still a couple smokes and a molly on one of the Lexxaro B players here. They go for the B execute here. Finds info that there's only one player passively towards the zap. Might be called alert. Flicky already prepared to set up more towards a rotate position. More info being looked for here. With no one seen short, player's going to start rotating. The moves of Revenge being read here by Lexxaro. Believe they have a boosted player up towards CT. As well as the second here. So do little. Present reads the position though. Despite the knowledge, making sure to hold the smokes, Regan punishes a push through. As Shubi finds Sodi through the spam, as well as getting the first entry. Despite the advantage being Lexxaro's way, RevengeGG get through some excellent shots and will be able to take the 7th round. Shy and Rally left to save. Do a 2-man setup around this pit. Could be some contact here. Be important to try to save these rifles, even if their money's good. Only one saved so far, and Shy taken down as well. Should be finding both of them at the end. Still plenty of money. Should have enough for at least this next round. Flicky picking up an op. Rally using an AUG. Interesting using the scope for rifles for now. They definitely have a good place. It'd be interesting to see how he utilizes it on Inferno. Likely doing some pit anchoring with it. Okay, peeking towards apps. Lots of deep utility. Use decent tagging. Lexxaro quite deep towards Banana here. Sodi and Pat pushed up together. Having deep control. Bench baiting to spend a lot of nades to attempt to contest this. Good counter utility being used. Harassment nade doing more damage. Flicky looking for a pick. First will miss. Gets caught with the nade out in the open. It appears they're going to set up an A exec off of that. Try to finish off what they started. Regan only able to find one. Rowley finds a double towards getting taken out. Stempy finding a triple with the side exec. Leaving Zodi alone now in a 1v3. Stempy pulling his team out of hot water there. Zodi's left alone on the B site. Despite the low HP on these players, this 3-man advantage will allow RevengeGG to get their 5th. RevengeGG, just like the last map, clutching these rounds away from Lexxaro. Some key star frag moments coming out. Take these rounds away. Lexxaro have been doing great with their initial engagements and getting these strong advantages. However, have been failing to convert them. Important to see how they can adjust to deal with the non-stop aggression of Revenge as they execute onto the sites with confidence. However, for now, we'll have to wait. This will be an eco. Just some deagles and a single M4 on Zodi. Saved from the previous. Try to anchor alone towards B with these pistols lurking with a stack. Some aggression towards the apps, and Rowley's able to find one. A good early pickoff. The lack of any other noise contested. Players might start rotating towards this B site. RevengeGG taking their time, but they're certainly on a timer. Pressure starts to give way. Or they start rotating back towards A here. Opportunity might be given. All of these players with Lexxaro stacking towards the B site. And it could be a move the wrong direction here. We can find enough information to call them off. But it appears they're still leaning towards this B take here. Some questions being asked. Flicky alone, looking for information, making sure the flank's covered. Sure, no one's going to take the A site. Meanwhile, and another Deagle pick found. Should be finding the first pick for the team. Are immediately traded out by Zodi. No more M4s. However, Zulu's already tagged down to 65. Now down to 26. Tracers will give away a 2v2 situation. However, Zulu's one-shotted by these two Deagles left remaining. Flicky taken down by Zulu. Important to him to anchor this position against Sai, the last remaining player. Now left alone in this 1v2. Zulu likely to catch him here with the timing. Nicely aware of his position, fails to get the flick and gets traded out by Freza. And RevengeGG with their 6th. Lexxaro, despite getting a 2-man advantage into the execute, albeit with a weapon deficit, failed to steal away and convert the round. Zulu this time being the one to show up and take down multiple players and hold off the site. Be important for RevengeGG to keep up. Should be just any moment until Lexxaro can get back into the game, getting more rounds and closing up the scoreline once again. However, until some of these players can come online and having the same impact these Revenge players are consistently having at the moment, may start sliding towards Revenge's favor. Becomes especially more important with this full buy that'll leave Lexxaro broke. Plenty of default utility. Pap running through the smoke with the bomb. Keep an awkward situation underway. Zulu has to find a contact point. Be able to find as Pap is forced to push into him towards the Molotov. Bomb fortunately recovered for the Revenge side, and Regan's found a pick on the other side, and the other two players are left rotating. Gap shot found by Fraza, and he's able to finish him off with a P250, leaving Zodi alone once again from the speed bomb site. RevengeGG, just any situation that happens is completely taken advantage of. Taking away any chance Lexxaro is taking. Any opportunity, players able to just swipe away, in this case by Regan. Every single player coming online having their own star moment. As we go through these rounds, Zodi trying to save, hiding in the library. Be able to get one before getting traded out by Zulu. RevengeGG now up 7-3, and not that much money left on the Lexxaro side currently. Be a pistol half armor. Be some familiar Deagles coming out. But likely to see Revenge getting their 8th round. Unless the pace of things can change. See, a timeout will be called. Lexxaro going to take some time here for a moment, figure out their options. Next. Have you guys relax with music for a moment. Give the teams a moment to think about how they want to play. Or not, as they seem to have terrible timing with this. Oh well, get to continue. See what they can do with these Deagles. AK is quickly going for both mid and second mid control off early. Couple of passive crossfire set up towards the B site for Lexxaro, otherwise aggressively towards this mid street angle, with Rally holding for the hall information. In case there's any Ash players. Regen finds the first. Shy able to get a double despite being blinded. Fortunate situation here for him. Now left with a 3v4. Lexxaro with an advantage once again. Op left in an awkward position. They try and toss it away, making sure it's not laying around for any of these cheeky CTs to pick up. Be important. Shy here now anchoring towards Cold Zero. With Rally in the pit. Two guys anchoring. Player boosted onto the porch. Could leave a couple of surprises. Engagement if Rally peeks out too far here. Player drop down. Rally takes the first engagement. Fails to connect any rounds. 3v3 situation once again. Cold Zero correctly cleared out by Zulu. And Zodi taken down by Reza hopping around. Being Papillon. And once again, successfully recover the rounds and get their 8th on the board. The issue with the HUD display. Apologies. Just in case any corrections are needed, this for this best of 3 has been 1-1 so far. This is the final decider. Second was in fact taken of Nuke was taken by RevengeGG here. They try to rush towards Banana here and get punished for it. However, at least find an opportunity to get one of these 2 B players gets volleyed out of position as well. Been some heavy damage taken. Regan's caught off guard. 4v4 situation here. 3 players staying stacked on this A side at the moment. Sodi left alone. Nothing more than just the molly to hold against RevengeGG here. And with the deep A nade thrown, land in a weird position. Likely indicate that it's a fake if anything. Flicky trying to rotate with this off here. Important for some shots to be found if possible. Sodi having to anchor from this first orange position. Fortunately for him, not mollied off, giving enough time to Flicky to rotate in. Go aggressive, jumping on top of the grave boxes. Able to find one, leaving a 2v4 situation. Lexxaro now with a genuine 2-man opportunity. 3 and 4 for Flicky. Flicky's able to give a star performance. Lexxaro with a 4th round. Get their heads back into it. We have just 3 rounds remaining on the half. Full set of utility and weapons. We can see what's done by RevengeGG if they want to counteract and maintain this dominant lead that they've had so far through this first half. So most of App's control gain, no Hall's control yet. However, Banana's already been given with 128 left on the clock. Player creeping towards Halls. Flickies will be able to time with the self-pop flash to be able to get this first pick and a man advantage once again for Lexxaro. Able to swap and upgrade to his teammate's AWP. Be collecting the bomb. Help give us indication of where they do intend to go, and it appears to be towards A. Lexxaro has been leaning their defenses. So off-barrel angle on the hay could catch a player off guard. Shuby's been able to catch the Opper, and Regan's able to flick onto Shy as well. Now it's just 1 player left on this A site, mollied out, taken out by Regan. And now it's a 2v4 situation. RevengeGG with favor once again, stealing it away. Looks to be a 9th round on the board. Revenge with a chance of double digits in the first half. Once again. Lexxaro seem to be slipping. If we go to the final rounds of this first half here, not much opportunities if they want to keep this game at an even pace. Only 2 rounds left. Weapons able to get picked up with decent amount of utility by Lexxaro. And what they don't need is money, they need rounds, and they're running out of time for them on the CT side. RevengeGG have shown a lot of dominance on their T side, and it doesn't seem to be stopping on Inferno here. Lexxaro seem to be struggling to find answers. And with Banana being continued to be forfeited by him once again, it could leave a difficult situation here. RevengeGG given all the space of apartments and Banana to do with as they please. Lexxaro burning through their utility. Revenge melting through it faster, however they have enough for just their execute. Might still be able to continue defying the odds. They wish to do. Regan rushes out and finds one short, transfers the spray on the flicky. Now only one player left on the A site, and he finds him as well, behind Hay. And Regan single-handedly takes down the A site. Revenge with double digits. Absolute decimation from Reagan here as he hunts for more, gets a 4th as well. Seems to be willing to hunt and just go for an ace at this point. Pappy likely to take him down. Regan's low on HP. But we could see here. So there not only has the damage already been done with one player left alive, but with one man doing it, the confidence likely dwindling as well. Opera setting up the bait. They're feeding a couple of guns away now. Pap now with an off to potentially try to save. Stimpy's going to try to chase after him. Ralph will be safely saved in ruins for this final round. Maybe a bit too much greed coming out. What's lost in cash has maybe been gained in confidence. As they continue trying to run over Lexxaro. Give him a chance to breathe. 2 M4s with the op still being able to be brought out for Famas and a UMP. Looks like they're going to attempt to try to run through these smokes here. Set up for it. Wisely choose not to. Reset the situation. Both teams very low on utility. Let's use a little bit more. Flicky with this first shot will be very important here to catch the right timing, which he does. Shy with the boost will be able to get the player off guard. Able to recover it and drop down. 5v3 advantage. Lexxaro might be able to get a 5th here at least. Good attempt to successfully bait out the shot, and the smoke gap allows Rowley to find a 3rd now. Good positionings allowed RevengeGG to have only 2 players left alive. So he'll be able to pre-fire and find one. Second Rowley will be able to run away. Submachine gun. Be running right into Shy here. Good off-angle position, and he'll find them both. And at least recover a 5th round. However, damage has already been done. Revenge will be able to start their CT side with double digits. See if Lexxaro can adjust. Looks like a full armor for both teams, except for Pappy with the single smoke to get taken out immediately. CT's just pushing down mid to fight off Lexxaro and winning the engagements overall as well. Pap almost getting stuck. Trapped in this underpass, having to take the engagement with Fraza. However, space given to Sodi throughout all the gunfire to get an open bomb plant on this B bomb site. USP also collected. Can play around here. Able to catch one. Shubi will be able to catch him as he whiffs headshots onto the second guy. And RevengeGG end up 11-5.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
And with RevengeGG up 11-5, and we just said it'll be these Mac 10s Lexxaro picking up due to the bomb plant to try to play with to start bringing this game back. Otherwise, we could be seeing a dominant third game. I think the only thing that held Revenge back was the missing player. It would almost appear. 10's able to spam towards Shubel. Zulu set up around Shubi here. Trying to set up a boost to get a peek. Able to find one. To keep the trade out. With Shubi being effectively low 13 HP. M4 now being on one of the full HP players as they try to rush out here. M4's been the one blinded though. Zulu's taken down early. An upgrade given. They haven't cleared quad though. And Shubi's able to catch one off guard. Leaving a second with half HP too. And a chance and an opening for RevengeGG to get back into this. Grenade will do a little bit of harassment, and Snippy be able to wide swing onto Flicky. Leaving Cap and Shy alone. Shy now left alone, 46 HP against Shimpy. And Shimpy does a clean headshot onto him to obtain the clutch. Pick up an M4 in the process. Spray. Still enough time. Snippy has defuse kit. Don't worry, and RevengeGG have their 12th round. Despite the tense situation, RevengeGG still continuing to get these retakes and clutch situations. Lexxaro might be running out of gas here. Another bomb plant means more upgrades and AKs against weaker FAMASs and MP9s from Revenge. So at least an economical chance for Lexxaro, but we'll see what they can do with it. It'll be very important going forward here as Regan and Preza find one each here. Cheeky off angle towards top mid. Able to catch one off guard. Perhaps able to transfer and get a double here. Good opening found onto this A bomb site. It'll be a 2v3 retake for the two remaining players. And able to rotate quick enough, might be able to find an opening as the bomb goes down here. Players towards this site. CT smoke causes no obstacle, since they'll be retaking from his A side. Double smoke spent and wasted in the completely wrong position. However, on the bright side, Pap's been able to leave it to a 1v3 situation now. Lexxaro should be able to find their sixth. Should be opting for a save at this point. Finding an op towards Boiler to save. See if we can maintain it. Lexxaro go towards CT with the situation. Op save for Revenge. But Lexxaro with the 6th round on the board. Other than that, op should be nothing more than just some pistols. Not much money at all saved up by RevengeGG. Up to Frizzy to have more impact with the off, as he has been. See what he can do this round to give his team the openings they need. Appears good counter smoke to stop the mollies. A lot of boosting. Players stacked up towards Banana here. If any heads are found, which they could be in a second, the timing Price is able to get a tag off on one. Spam doesn't connect, however that headshot from Zulu will connect the second onto Zodi. Zodi as well. Now it's a 5v3 situation, and Regan's found another. So player tries to get a site control alone. Player's now pushing through the smoke together to take him out, and RevengeGG has taken the round away. Insult to injury. RevengeGG only 3 rounds away with newfound weaponry from their enemies, leaving just SMGs on Lexxaro to contend against their own weapons. Disastrous turn of events here on this T side. Looks like they'll try to do a fast B play, but early nades coming out. They heavily attack the players. Rally will be able to take Zulu out pretty cleanly despite the nade damage. And Sight's given up. 3v4 situation here. Some weapon pickups here. Prezi misses the flick, however, will just handle them with the USP to get a double anyways. Despite the missed shot. And a quick scope onto Pep, leaving Shy alone. No scope missing. Knowledge towards the position. Both players push through the smoke. Confidence will molly him towards the players. And he'll be burned alive. As Stimpy leaves from the grill with a toasty 14th round obtained for RevengeGG. This could be the last opportunity for Lexxaro to contend against match point and a reverse comeback from RevengeGG. Appears RevengeGG are running on all cylinders ready for Lexxaro. And lasting well further into the series. Banana control being maintained. Shy able to catch one by surprise. Zulu be able to save and trade him out. Regan goes aggressive from the second apartment and finds 3. Zulu find the other player towards bottom mid. RevengeGG cleanly with aggression, taking risk, and despite it, get their match point round. T's have the favor with more economy. The streak of losses, tons of AKs on their side of the board. However, with 9 rounds needed just to bring it to overtime, be an unfavorable situation will likely end itself soon. Taking the idea to see what they can do. A good pick early will certainly help, and still maintaining top banana away from Revenge here. Gap through the smoke's found, and they're immediately pushing behind it here. They decide to not take the risk. 4v5 situation here, but 3 of the players here very low on Lexxaro here. Situation could turn the other way, however, not yet. Only one of the low HP players has gone down for a trade. With Freza. Up to Shubi to go for the clutch here with Freza. Freza only gets one more before getting traded out, but Shubi's able to get a double in the end, leaving a 1v1 situation. All Zulu needs is this one kill, and they win 2-1 against Lexxaro. 16-6, and he gets it! Zulu clutching for Revenge to win the series 2-1. GG to both the teams. Good job, Lexxaro. I believe we'll move on to the lower bracket. Good job by everyone there. Hopefully everyone's enjoyed that intense game. Things maybe dropped off, but it was a good series overall. Surprising to see how RevengeGG were able to turn things around. Hopefully you all have enjoyed. Name's Trevor Fictress. Catch me on Twitter there. Make sure to also keep up with the future games of Phoenix CS League as we go through playoffs at Phoenix CS League. Hey, everyone's enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys next time.